Hey YouTube, it's motomattman. How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. I'm a little bit late making a video. Had a long weekend with daughter's softball tournaments and whatnot, and crappy weather. But like I said, it's Tuesday. Saturday and Sunday it was in the mid 80s, and today it's in the mid upper 40s. It's like 47 degrees. It's insane. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good day. And the topic for today is movie motorcycles. Now, not necessarily motorcycle movies, but motorcycles in movies. You know, I give you an example of what that could be. In The Matrix Reloaded, you had a Ducati Panigale. That was a motorcycle in a movie, but not a motorcycle movie. You know, a couple other examples are in the Chuck Norris movie back in the 80s, Delta Force. He rode a dual sport bike with machine guns and rocket launchers on it, which I gotta say is a pretty cool bike. I mean, who wouldn't love to have a motorcycle with machine guns and rocket launchers on it? There's also in the final chase sequence in The Fast and the Furious, you had Dom chasing the guys that had shot his buddy out in front of his house, chasing them in the Charger, and they were on dual sports, and that was pretty cool. I mean, they were jumping over the road and everything else. You know, so what is your favorite movie bike? People that know me even slightly well know what my choice is. It's a pretty obvious choice if you know me, and that's the 1986 GPZ 900 Ninja in Top Gun. And I say it's pretty easy choice for people that know me. And it really is. Number one reason, I had one, so that makes it a pretty easy choice. Number two, it's really the first movie I can really remember where there was a sport bike in the movie. Normally, if there was a motorcycle in the movie, it was a Harley or a Triumph or a Norton or something of that sort. Maybe an Indian, but not a sport bike. You know, so or a dirt bike in a movie, but normally it wasn't a sport bike. And to be fair to the movie industry, even in 1986, real honest to God sport bikes, something that looks similar to what we think of as a sport bike today, they were fairly new. I mean, you didn't have a whole lot of them, you know, full fairing bikes. You know, so that's part of the reason why you didn't see them earlier than that. The other thing is the movie Top Gun came out while I lived in Virginia Beach, and it was pretty cool. You had the sport bike in the movie, you had F-14 Tomcats in the movie. Living in Virginia Beach, You have a couple of naval air stations really close, one of which is actually in Virginia Beach, NAS Oceana, and then you have NAS Norfolk that's not too far away. So, you know, we were living in a place at the time where you actually were seeing F-14 Tomcats flying over your head on a regular basis. I mean, sitting in the mall at the food court on the top floor of the mall, the ceiling was glass, and at night you could look up and you could see the lights underneath the planes as they flew over. During the day, you could actually read the bottom of the wings because they fly that close to the roof of the mall. Now, it was a time when the Navy was in the process of switching from the Tomcats and getting ready to decommission those and switching over to the F-18 Hornets. But in the movie, of course, you had F-14 Tomcats, and we had those flying over our head all the time. You know, so that was pretty cool as well. And just really the icing on the cake, you know, I talked in one of my earlier videos about a group of guys that I rode with where we called ourselves the Atlantic Avenue Road Runners. And there were 30 or so of us. Well, we all got together and went to the movie theater and saw Top Gun in the movies, and we all rode our bikes to go do that. So, you know, it adds a little bit more nostalgia to it as well. You know, but it's just, like I said, that's my favorite. It's one of the bikes that, to be honest with you, is on my short list of getting another one. They're not that expensive. They're just kind of harder to come by. A lot of them have been put up in people's garages or barns and covered up with stuff and just forgotten about. But anyway, I'm curious as to what your favorite motorcycle from a movie is, and why, and did a movie or a motorcycle in a movie influence what you ride or how you ride? I'll be perfectly honest with you, Top Gun didn't really influence how I rode or how any of my friends rode. We were young and dumb and the common sense brain cell hadn't kicked in yet, so we rode pretty much like lunatics and like we would live forever at that time. The need for speed, there's another thing from the movie that probably makes that Ninja rank as my top one. The need for I feel the need for speed was pretty much our mantra before that, but it literally became our mantra after the movie came out, and you couldn't go through a night without hearing that said, I don't know, 30 or 40 times by different people in a single night hanging out down at the Strip. But anyway, like I said, let me know in the comments what your favorite movie bike is, and if you liked the video, make sure you click that like button, click the subscribe button, and then punch that bell so you get notifications whenever I upload new content. I hope everyone has the opportunity to get out on two, and when you do, make sure you keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down and have a blast. And you know, as Charlie says in Top Gun, you know, some of us out there not going to be happy unless we're going Mach 2 with our hair on fire. Have a great day.